Welcome to the Perito Moreno in Los Glaciares National Natural Park. We are right now in a place where the Perito Moreno Glacier is located. It is a natural wonder and is one of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. So come with me to this adventure and let's dive right in.
So what exactly is the Perito Moreno Glacier? Well, glaciers are colossal rivers of ice shaped by centuries of snow accumulation. Slowly, they carve through landscapes, leaving behind breathtaking frozen wonders like the Perito Moreno, nature's frozen poetry in motion. And now, let's talk about where this icy wonderland is located. Picture this, we are in El Calafate, a charming town in Argentina, and it's actually the closest point you can stay to go to the park. Getting here is an adventure in itself because the journey takes us through the heart of the Patagonia, with breathtaking landscapes that will leave you in absolute awe.
So if you're wondering how to get here, there are different ways. There are tons of places where you can hire an excursion like in El Calafate, but what we did, we just hired a transport. If you hire an excursion, usually they have a guide like saying that you have to go this way. It's not worth it. You can do it on your own.
So your journey through the glacier, we hoped on a tour that cost us 40,000 Argentinian pesos. That's roughly $40 US per person for a round-trip transportation extravaganza. The journey itself takes a little over an hour each way, covering almost 80 kilometers. But there's a catch. They pick up fellow adventurers from different hotels in El Calafate. So grab a snack, sit back, and enjoy the scenic ride. And speaking of seats, if you get to pick where to sit in the bus, go for the left side. Trust me, the views of the glacier as you enter the national park are absolutely mind-blowing. Not to mention the Pinterest lake that you will have reaching for your camera, so sit on your left.
And right now we're in our way to the Perito Moreno Glacier, but you definitely have to stop at the Argentina lake to check the amazing views.
And now let's check out the entry ticket to the national park. And yes, there's a twist. The entry to the national park isn't included in the price of the excursion tour that you paid. It would be an extra 12,000 Argentinian pesos per person. So if you're paying cash, a park ranger will hop on the bus, collect the money, and will hand you the ticket. If you, like us, prefer the magic of plastic money, hop off at the Oficina de Cobro de Acceso, or the office where you pay with cards. But beware, they only dance with Visa here, and not all of its partners. Previaje, Maestro, Cabal, and even MasterCard are a no-go, so beware of that. But hey, the proceeds is worth it because in most places in Argentina, they charge you the coveted dollar blue rate, giving you the best bang for your buck. So, and here's a pro tip. Hang on your ticket because if you plan to visit again the park, in the next few days, they will cut a deal. Half price, baby. That's right. They will actually charge you less if you save your ticket. And an adventure passed for about 20 minutes as we waited for everyone to get their tickets, but patience is a virtue, right? And let me tell you, every second was worth it because what awaited us on the other side was pure glacial magic. And folks, buckle up because our Perito Moreno adventure is just getting started. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe if you haven't already, and let's dive into the frozen wonderland together. Let's go. And this is the view you get as soon as you walk in, with the Perito Moreno Glacier right in the background. It is amazing. And if you wanted to do like a boat ride, this is a place where you would do it. You would buy the boat ticket here, but we didn't do it because we were doing the Todo Glaciares excursion the next day, which I will have a video here soon. But if you wanted to do a boat ride, here's a place where you do it. But we just did the pasarelas, which are like this wooden like walkways.
Okay, so right now we are in the map. This is like the most important section you're gonna have. The entire trail takes around 1 hour and 40 minutes, so you wanna go to the left, to the red trail, because it's the hardest and the one with most dirt. So you wanna do that first, and then you can connect to the rest ones.
From different trails you can see different views, but the red one, that's the one that he's signaling here, you want to go first because it has the most stairs, so it's the most difficult, and it's the best to do the most difficult first. And you would see like this amazing views to your right, and it is just totally worth it, believe me. It's the Sendero Inferior, the one that I'm signaling right now.
If you're ever wondering what trail you are, just check like on the poles. You can see like right now we are in the yellow trail, so there are yellow circles, and we're going towards the red one. And if you're ever wondering why the red trail is called the red, it's actually the most difficult one. It's because the number of stairs, so you have to actually go a long way down, but believe me, it's worth it. That's what they tell us, so we're gonna see.
Scientists believe that the Perito Moreno Glacier is around 18,000 years old, but it has only been known to the Western world for a relatively short time. Indigenous people knew about the glacier long before it became famous globally. However, the first non-indigenous person to discover it was Juan Tomás Rogers, a Chilean Navy captain who visited the glacier in 1879. Rogers named the glacier Francisco Gormas, after another high-ranking naval officer, but in 1899 it was renamed Perito Moreno, after Francisco Moreno, the famous Argentinian conservationist, scientist, and explorer. Perito means expert, and Moreno played that role in several fields. The glacier is also the third largest freshwater reserve on the planet, after the ice sheets in Antarctica and Greenland, plus one of the biggest glaciers you can actually hike on.
And while we're in the red trail, like you can see like different viewpoints like this one that we are right now, and with the glacier behind you, different facts like about the other mountains, and it's just amazing for you to rest, eat something, and just contemplate this beautiful landscape that we have.
Roughly once every 5 years, the Perito Moreno Glacier advances to the banks of the Lago Argentino, creating a dam on the southern section of the lake. As a result, the water pressure rises until the ice ruptures and massive chunks fall. It is pretty insane. Just watch this. You will hear like thunder, and it is wild.
And something that our guide told us is that this lichen that you can see in this tree only grows in the poorest of airs. Here you're not allowed to smoke, nothing. So as you breathe in, like literally the air goes to your throat and to your lungs, and it's so pure, and this only grows here.
There are a couple of different ways to see the Perito Moreno Glacier. The easiest is to visit the viewpoint. This is actually a 4-kilometer or 2.5-mile network of walkways with lots of balconies from which you can admire the glacier. Pretty much everyone who visits the Perito Moreno checks out the walkways. Like, look at this. So, when is the best time to visit the Perito Moreno Glacier? Well, technically, the glacier is open year-round. However, the best time to visit the Perito Moreno Glacier is from November till March. Since it is late fall going through summer, you can expect a more enjoyable weather. And to avoid crowds, the best time of the day to visit is in the early morning. The park opens at 8 a.m. in the summer and 9 a.m. in the winter. So if you arrive at this time, you might be able to get the boardwalk to yourself, even during peak season. If you can get there early, I suggest going after 2 p.m. when the crowds begins to die down. And as you'd probably expect, there aren't a ton of facilities around the Perito Moreno Glacier. It is pretty wild. With that being said, there are a couple of restaurants around here, including El Resto Glacier and Natives of Patagonia. These tend to be pretty pricey, so I do recommend bringing your own food if you're on a budget. As you can see, like all of us, we were eating with amazing views of the glacier, and it's no problem, just bring your food back, like your wrappers and everything. And it is good in terms of convenience, like you can eat with these amazing views. But there are like also a restroom nearby that you can use for free and a big parking lot. And if you're wondering what to wear, a windbreaker. It gets super windy at the Perito Moreno Glacier, so a windbreaker is a must. In the summer, light jackets are okay, but in the winter, you'll need something thicker and more substantial. And bring layers. Even if it's warm when you leave El Calafate, it will become cooler at the glacier. I mean, it's made entirely of snow and ice. So the weather is pretty unpredictable and it can change throughout the day. So layers are a must. And make sure to wear a hat too. It is especially if you're gonna trek in the glacier. And sunglasses are absolutely essential. Even though the weather is often cloudy, the light reflecting off the glacier is pretty bright, and without sunglasses it can actually hurt your eye. So if you have polarized sunglasses, it is really a good idea to have. In a similar vein, sunscreen is a must because you can easily get burned from the sun reflecting off the ice or the water. And when it's windy, you often do not realize that you're burning until it is too late. So I do recommend a high SPF to be safe.
This is the blue trail, and it has a lot of stairs, as you can see.
And the truth is, it wasn't as hard as the red one, but it was a lot of stairs. You can actually see the Canal de los Témpanos, or the Glacier Canal, in the Lago Argentino, with lots of little icebergs floating around. And if you leave this for the end, you get these amazing walkways to yourself, and there is a bus that you can actually take at the end, so you don't have to walk all the way back. It's just going down while looking at this amazing view of the lake. So that's a pro tip. Leave this for the end and the bus will leave you at the parking lot when you enter. So it is great ways to have like different views, enjoy this amazing nature that you have during the walkway, and do not have like to do the entire way back. Plus you get to see the glacier a little further back, which my sister and I were totally enjoying, as you can see in our happy faces here. And now it was time to say goodbye to the glaciers and hop on the bus and say goodbye also to the blue trail. This is another restaurant that you have access to, and there's another parking lot in here. We didn't have lunch here because we had lunch earlier, but we are about to hop on the free bus to the walkways. This would take you to the center of the walkways where many trails here, and this is where you do the line here. The bus would come around almost 20 minutes. It is totally free, and you can go on the bus to the next destinations, which for us was our starting point. Where the bus left us is the Yellow Trail, which is the easiest one. It is also wheelchair accessible, and you have these amazing views that we were just about to say goodbye. And there you have it, fellow adventurers. Our journey through the Perito Moreno Glacier was nothing short of magical. I hope you enjoyed this icy escapade as much as I did. And don't forget to hit that notification bell and subscribe so you won't miss it in the next adventure. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Until then, stay curious, stay adventurous, and keep exploring the wonders of our incredible planet. This is me signing from the mesmerizing Perito Moreno Glacier. Catch you in the next one. Safe travels!